You know what I do wish, though? I wish on, like, when I'm watching iTunes or on my iTunes, let's say I'm listening to Banda Machos. And I can see the words go by, but it's in Spanish, right?
Right.
But I wish you could have a button to hit where it will translate
it?
to English. So side by side, you could kind of see live as it's singing.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool,
guys.
right?
Figure it out.
Maybe you can create an app for that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
There's a business opportunity for you.
All right.
Welcome to another episode of Get Real with Liz, and today I have a special guest, somebody well known here in the community. Dustin, can you tell us a little bit of who you are, what you do, and a little background?
Oh, goodness. Morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
By the way, we've been
pleasure.
trying to get this down for a while.
Right.
And you're busy, I'm busy, and life is crazy.
We're all busy.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in La Habra, California, and moved up here in 96.
Oh, wow.
So I've been up here, I guess, like almost 30 years.
Wow, that's kind of similar as to me. I moved here in 98.
Oh, in 98. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you saw a lot of change too.
Yeah.
It was kind of like right when I just remember Robert Hall was just built.
Right.
So it was kind of like right there. Like Walmart was in and Big Five and all that.
It had just came in because I had been here before to visit my family and there was no Walmart.
Gotcha. So that was, What's crazy is because I came up here for a job, right? I actually came up to Farmer's Market in San Luis Obispo.
Oh, wow.
Met the boss, and he like hired me on the spot. He's like, "Hey, I'll start you at $8 an hour, and we'll go from there." I worked for that dude for 18 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jerry Dutz, the phone center, Jerry and Tony, out of San Luis Obispo.
Hi, Jerry.
So it was super cool. But I worked for him for 18 years, and the first day for my first job, I meet him in a Atascadero and I'm following him in my car and he gets off at I'm at Atascadero. He gets off at Spring Street and I'm like, oh God, who would live here? And that was 1996.
Right.
Like, no way would I ever live in Paso.
That's exactly my situation. We moved here in 98 and I was like, oh, hell no. Because everything closed at 8 o'clock. I was hungry. I come from a big city in LA. I'm straight out of Compton.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, the same thing. I hated it. I hated it when I was growing up. But then now it's like the best place ever. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
I know. I'm with you. There's not a day that's gone by where I haven't driven down the road and just look to my left and my right and say, God, what a blessing.
Right.
Honestly.
Right.
Yeah, it's incredible up here.
Right.
My parents were super sad, too. When I told my mom I was leaving, what was I, 19? Maybe I was 20 at the most. I can't remember. She was crushed. She's like, what? You're going? Why would you go up there? And, fast forward. She's gone now, but fast forward, it's like, she kind of would always look at me like, good decision, son.
Right.
Good decision.
Right.
But
imagine if you would have stayed over there. What
rat
life
race.
change
Yeah, my whole life would have been
Yeah.
different. Exactly. Right. I did love La Habra. It was fun. It was all sports for me: football, baseball, basketball, bike racing.
Nice.
And that's kind of where I met most of my Mexicano friends.
Oh, really?
Was through sports.
Oh, wow.
So we're pretty diverse in La Habra because you got the hills,
Right.
which is La Habra Heights. So you got a lot of wealthy people there, and then you have basically just the foothills, and as you go further south, eventually you get to the beach. So we had a mixture of everybody.
Right, diversity.
So, yeah, it was really cool.
Nice. Yeah. Well, we're starting to have diversity here too. Believe it or not, a lot of people are like, "What? There's Mexican people in Paso Robles?" I'm like, "Yeah, 99.9% of the population." But people don't understand. They think Paso Robles is like wine country, kind of like Napa.
Right.
But there is a lot of our Hispanic, community here. So.
Yeah. No, it's massive. Yeah. You know what I love? I mean, when you're in Mexico, it's amazing and everyone's always out. But when you come here, it's those communities, it's those spots where I always love to go to because they're always out and about walking around. I mean, I grew up I lived in quite a few neighborhoods, and you pull up in your car and you open up your door to your house, you go and you don't come back out. And I'm not saying that's everywhere, but I love going like North Spring Street, especially on a Friday. Every night it happens, but especially on a Friday, it's like, it's alive, man. People are walking around. People are selling food, just talking, drinking a beer. 5 guys are hanging out in their little
playing
circle.
loteria or whatever.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's always
alive.
alive.
And now you live in San Miguel. It's even more of a community over there.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. Well, I mean, I was right at the cusp. Like my address was Paso, but it was pretty much San Miguel. But I was in the country, like literally 5 minutes for 2 minutes from getting on the 101, but still was kind of country aspects. So I was there for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I lived next door, I rented next door. And then after 3 years, ended up meeting the owner of the house next to me. And somehow we struck a deal, me and my ex-wife, and we bought that place and then had that for like,
oh, nice.
10 years, 11 years, whatever it was.
Right.
So that basically looks at the riverbed and looks over to San Miguel. So I always felt like I was in San Miguel.
Yeah, every time I drove by, I would see your flag outside.
Oh,
you can
my Niner flag?
Yeah, every
Go
time
Niners.
you drive, you're like, oh, that's where they live.
But first time I've lived in a neighborhood in like 15 years. So,
Wow. So it's a big change.
It is.
Yeah.
But I grew up like that. So,
Right.
yeah. It's good for my son because, now he could at least go out and ride his bike around, and we could just mingle a little bit more. We were a little,
ride the bike to the little tiendita right there.
Yeah. And there's a lot going on in San Miguel. So I've been there, just a week, and I already got to go down to the riverbed with a bunch of guys and mob around.
Oh, really?
Go swimming in the river and party down there. It was
Yeah.
really fun. I took my son, took my 4Runner for the first time, and cruised through there. So it was nice.
Yeah.
It's nice being around a bunch of people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's always nice. Environment is key.
And you guys have always been welcoming since I've been a little kid. So
Thanks. Yeah, of course.
amazing culture.
And talking about culture, your social media says West Culture. Is there a specific reason why you chose that name, or?
You know what's funny? So my telecommunications. So after I worked for that gentleman phone center for
Jeff.
18 years, I started my own company, and I called it Willis Communications. And so I had this W and I had this C, this font that me and my ex-wife were like looking for a font, and we finally found this really cool font. I'm like, hey, this is cool. So that was the brand, and everybody always told me, man, I love your logo. I love your logo. Like I heard that so many times. I'm like, wow, it really made me feel good about that logo.
Right.
And then once I was going through my divorce and stuff, like 4 years ago, maybe it's been 5, I saw the W for the first time, because I already had this West culture in my mind for a while, going back years ago.
Oh, maybe it was planted in your head, and now moving forward in the future, it's like a flashback.
Yeah, exactly. And that W had 3, lines going down. I'm like, oh my gosh, like West culture. I already have it, but I'm not going to use the C, because the C, I didn't like this way the C really looked. It was different. But I said, oh, the W. So I was just like, oh my gosh, if I do the Mexican flag colors, that would be so rad. And that was just the vision and the thought. And then it just kind of went forward a little by little. And I had a guy, Scott, in Pismo Beach, an amazing artist. He's all over the country doing murals and stuff. He does like cartoon character stuff, and really cool artist. He came up with it, and from that point on, it just kind of, I haven't done much with it, to be honest. I mean, that flag, with the American and Mexican flag, or the serape combined, that's basically my latest logo that I kind of infused with it. So I haven't done much with it, but it's still, that's how it kind of started. But.
And then social media, was that something that you planned, or it just kind of happened?
It kind of happened. So I don't know what I was really, I just would do, well, actually.
Because right now there's a lot of influencers, but, everybody has kind of like their niche, but you're kind of unique.
I ate a freaking chicharron at La Reina Market. I mean, that's really what happened.
That's where it started. La Reina Market started it all.
I mean, I was always eating food and doing this and that, but I had this big old freaking chicharron, man, and it was just like the meatiest, most beautiful looking piece of fat you've ever seen. And I just hit record in my car, and I think no lime, no nothing. Like, I just took a bite. So here's the funny thing. I'm a drummer. Been drumming since I was a little kid. And I never knew I rolled my eyes back to the back of my head when I play. I tried out for a band when I was 18 years old. And I'm inside, and I'm trying out. There's 3 guys looking at me. Eric, Eddie, John. And next thing you know, they all stop. They're all, hey, you okay? And I'm all, yeah, what's up? They're all, bro, your eyes are like to the back of your head, dude. Like, We thought you were I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, bro, your eyes were flipped back. I'm all, really? And so ever since that moment, I've always been actually a little insecure about it. So every time I play, I'm always like, dude, keep your eyes for constraint. Because when I get into music, I'm in another friggin' world.
Yeah, you're in another
my
zone.
eyes just, they just go back. And my son does it too when he plays guitar, which is
really?
hilarious. So it's totally genetic.
It is genetic.
Gosh, I just lost my train of thought. So my eyes flipped back. Oh, so
like you were eating the chicharron.
And it just happened. It was so freaking good. I just was like, oh my God. And my eyes went back. And then everyone was laughing and commenting. I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. So I think I did it again. And then I started just like eating stuff and rolling my eyes back. And then it just morphed into meeting people and going to their house and, community. And it just all kind of evolved from that one chicharron.
Right.
I did date a girl. Where it all really started was in La Habra. Like my first real love was a Chilanga from Mexico City.
Oh, wow.
And so I fell in love with her in high school. And then right away, she's like, hey, she had 4 brothers, 2 sisters, and they all lived in Chino Hills, but they all had a home in Mexico City. Oh. And so they invited me down there. And I'm like, I was 15.
Oh, wow.
Maybe I was 16, right? 15
and
or
you
16.
went to Mexico City?
Dude, I asked my mom, hey, Mom, can I go to Mexico City with, her name was Clara Esmeralda Partida Melchor Gracia. That was her full name. Yeah.
That's a real Mexican.
Man. So, we went down there and like, my mom said, yeah, and I ended up going quite a few times. And that's where everything started.
Right. That's when you fell in love with the food and the culture and the environment.
I wish I fell in love with the food more back then, but I wasn't quite the foodie back then. It was more I ate to eat. I was more like there for her and just to see everything and experience everything. When food came. I mean, the tacos were amazing. I still haven't had a taco as good as Mexico City.
Right.
And we were blessed because her brother Luis married this gal, Irma, who I'm actually going to Jalisco with in September. Oh. Yeah, last minute. But her parents own like 6 or 7 taqueria stands.
In LA?
No, in Mexico City.
Oh, in Mexico City.
Yeah. So
wow.
Mexico City. And we're talking like ones that are like 4 feet wide by 4 feet.
Yeah, just like a little stand kind of thing. That's like a hole in the wall, they kind of tell them. Yeah.
Dude's got the disco with the freaking manteca in there. Everything's cooking in there. Onions popping out of each other. Right. Or you go into one of their other ones, which is more like a restaurant, a little bit bigger. So we ate really good. And I would always try and pay, and they would never let me pay.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's
we got it. I'm like, gosh, it was so sweet of them. They've passed on, the mom and dad, unfortunately. And then fast forward, what's crazy is Luis and Irma, they're going to a wedding in Jalisco in September, and they invited me, and I said, I'm going. I haven't seen them in 30 years.
Wow. That's
so
amazing.
I'm going to go down there.
And that's also the power of social media, right? Because I'm sure they keep connected with you
100%
through social media and whatnot. It's just crazy. I used to go to school in Palm Springs and LA, and the same thing. I was like, at first, you lose track of all your friends, because you moved to another city. And back then, we didn't have cell phones like we do now. We didn't have cameras like we do now. Your cell phone takes your pictures and whatnot. So when social media came in, it opened up that door of reaching out to your old friends and stuff like that. So it's a good
how about music? Like how many times did you go, dude, I remember that song, but I have no way to find it.
And then all of a sudden, I remember that.
Wait, I could type in safety dance from whatever 1980s, British invasion.
Oh yeah.
That was
even the lyrics. I remember that I had to play and then pause, it was a cassette player. And then I'm like, rewind. What did it say? Oh, yeah. And then I literally had a binder like this of song lyrics that I hand wrote.
Oh, so you're into lyrics.
Oh, yeah. I was all into that.
I've always admired people that know the lyrics and they love the lyrics. I'm a drummer. All I hear is drums. Right. And I'll hear some guitar and bass. But lyrics, honestly, I hardly know. I know some, but I hardly know them like you would know them.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm focused on the drums my whole life listening.
Yeah.
That's cool. I know.
Yeah, so music nowadays is totally different. Now you can just Google like, hey, what's the lyrics to whatever, and then it comes up.
You know what I do wish though? I wish on like when I'm watching iTunes or on my iTunes, let's say I'm listening to Banda Machos. And I can see the words go by, but it's in Spanish, right?
Right.
But I wish you could have a button to hit
where
it will
translate
to English. So side by side, you could kind of see live as it's singing.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, right?
Figure it out.
Maybe you can create an app for that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
There's a business opportunity for you.
All right, we'll get into it.
The food, you said that, obviously that video of you eating that chicharrón went viral. Yeah. Obviously, that's a word now because you became popular with that. Nowadays, you're also going to just, people's houses and kind of embracing their culture and how they do the food. How's that experience? Because sometimes, like you'll eat carnitas and chicharrones, but when you actually physically go and see the work and, like draining the manteca and all that stuff, like how's that experience for you?
I mean, amazing. Absolutely incredible. The one time it hit me the most, because I didn't grow up in a ranch. I didn't grow up on a farm or anything. I was in the city in La Habra. And when I was in Mexico, or actually I was in Jalisco in this little town, and there was a quinceañera. And so we all marched. Well, so I was at the grandpa's house, and I saw this big old fat pig back there and donkeys and chickens. I'm like, this is killer, man. Like I was in the ranchito. Like it was amazing. And we come down from the church, down the cobblestone road, and the frickin' ranchera band's playing. It's just like, I think I was 17. And we go to his house, and I go in the backyard, and we're talking lines of tables of food, just beautiful, beautiful chicharrones, guacamole, everything, tortillas.
Cueritos.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, ¿dónde está el puerco? They're all, he's on the table, bro. I'm all, really? You killed him? I had no idea. I'm just freaking from the city. So that was like my first like view of like real food being made. And then I got to go to, some of the aunts' houses, and she found out I loved her. Is it sopa de fideo?
Oh, sopa de fideo, yeah.
I'm like, this is my favorite soup
ever.
that's
like our comfort food. And it's easy to make, super fast, any day. You can just be like, okay, here's some sopa de fideo.
So good. I love when they fry the noodles a little bit. So good. So she found out I liked it, and so invited me the next day and made a big old pot and invited everyone over, and so we're all eating that. But I mean, when I go to people's houses, it's
a different experience.
It's a different experience. It's wonderful. I mean, it's like a dream come true to be able to like walk into someone's home and they're very inviting, and then they teach you how to make food, or they just make it and you're sitting down hanging out having a beer, and next thing you know you guys are all eating together. So I want to do more of that actually. I haven't really focused too much on one specific aspect of social media. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm like, I'm doing food, or I'm doing culture, or I'm doing a little travel, or I'm just doing something.
Fundraising events.
Yeah. A breakup. I just kind of throw it all in there. Like my life is public, and I chose to do that, and I'm fine with it. And there's a lot that comes along with it. But
unfortunately,
I
there's good and bad
because I enjoy it. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's who you are, basically. You're being transparent, and people, people always have an opinion of what they think, but they don't know, like, the actual truth. So anything in social media, it can be like, okay, he's eating chicharrones or whatever, and then they're like, okay, why is he still, like, not overweight or whatever? Like, people have their own ideas of what's could possibly be going on with your life, but nobody really knows but you.
Yeah. No, I know. I'd say like literally 95% of everybody has no clue.
Oh yeah, I would say
But I mean, I try to portray it as much as I can. So you got the best life ever. I'm like, hey, bro.
But nobody sees the struggles or the obstacles behind the scenes.
I try to share those. I do try to share those. I could probably share a lot more, and I probably will in the future as time goes on. But I do try to be as real as I can. I know I'm not Mexican. I'm a white guy.
Right.
I'm as white as leche.
Right.
But there's just something about growing up and being infused in that community, and then dating a girl from Mexico City and experiencing all that, it just never leaves you.
Right.
It's just it's inside of you.
Right.
So that was the best thing. My mom, thank God, she allowed me to go, because that really changed my life forever. Because I was always, from that moment on, always thinking about those. That was the best time of my life. If I could go back,
Yeah, if you could go back,
what
would you do differently?
I wouldn't do anything different. I would have.
You will probably embrace the food more than you did in that moment.
Oh, exactly. That's the thing. I never really appreciated the food in general until yeah, you're right. I would have hammered down everything down there. Yeah.
But in the moment you were young, and we all go through things that sometimes, we do a transaction or we do something in our lives and it had no meaning in the moment, but looking back, you're like, oh man, that actually did change a big part of my life, and I could have embraced it a little bit more. Yeah. But it's a learning experience. Everything is a learning experience in life.
No, and food. I mean, thank goodness.
And food is everything, honestly. Like, whoever says that they don't like food, it's wrong.
I know I still meet people where they eat to eat, just like I did when I was younger. I really didn't enjoy food until I was probably in my 30s, to be quite honest with you, like my early 30s. And that's when I started enjoying, I mean, my mom, when we had a steak, it was well done. And que pasa with you guys, because I know Mexicans, you guys do not like red meat that much. Like, everything's pretty well done, which is cool. I love it. But my mom always did it that way, so I never had like a medium rare steak or anything. And then I finally got turned on to one, and I'm like, what? This is what steak tastes like? Like, it was unbelievable. And it was a good steak. It was a ribeye. Like, we always had my mom would never spend money on a ribeye or a porterhouse or even a top sirloin, whatever. She goes for the cheapest of the cheap, which is cool. She was super frugal. But that was when I started really appreciating food. And then I got kind of addicted to the Food Network. And then I started cooking a lot. And so then I was cooking like these 3, 4, 5 course meals for all my friends. And then they would come over and they would eat. I wouldn't even eat because I'm so drained after cooking all day.
Yeah.
And I got really
And then you're
into
munching,
cooking.
And then by the time everybody sits down, you're already full.
Yeah. I'm full, and it was just fun to watch them enjoy the food. But now I'm enjoying the food instead of cooking the food. I can do a little bit of cooking, but...
So you mentioned right now that you're white, obviously. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But you do have Dustin Mercado Willis, right?
Yes.
And then you have a lot of controversy that people are like, oh, you're not Mexican, stuff like that. But it doesn't matter if you're born Mexican or not. It's the culture and the energy and the atmosphere that you embrace.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, the story is, it's really funny because I grew up with Mercado as my last name. So everyone in high school and grade school, they all knew me, and every football jersey, everything was always Mercado, right?
Technically, that's your last name.
Yeah. And then when I turned 18, it's like, hey, you got to change your name legally, or, you got to go to court to keep it, or you got to get adopted or whatever. And it was just like, life's going on. I'm like, hey, whatever, I'll just put it on my ID as Willis or whatever. And then, so fast forward, like when I started my Facebook, I'm like, no one's going to know me as a Willis. Like, because Facebook was all about like high school friends and family. It's a little different now. But so I ended up putting, Dustin Mercado Willis on there just so people could find me and know who I was. And it's always been that way. But my stepdad that raised me, he was Filipino, Italian, and Irish. Yeah, he was a little short guy. I mean, he actually looked pretty Mexicano, believe it or not. So a lot of people probably thought he was Mexican, but he was Filipino, Italian, and Irish, straight from New York. Came here when he was 21. I met my mom. They got married, and then raised me till I was, I mean, him and my mom split up when I was 32.
Oh, wow.
So, but he's
the same thing. I know, it's crazy because I know a realtor too, and his last name is Remedios. And I thought he was Mexican, so I was like, oh, you speak Spanish? And he's like, actually, I'm Filipino. And I was like, what? What do you mean Filipino?
Racial
you have a last name as
profiling.
Remedios? Oh, my God. And then he has a white name like David Remedios, and it's
That's funny.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Filipinos, I mean, they always say, because a lot of people on my comments, Filipinos chime in too. They're like, hey, man, like Filipino and Mexican are like pretty much almost the same like culture. Like
culture, yeah.
Yeah.
Like very united and, I think I see similarities with them too as well, believe it or not.
Yeah. It seems like an amazing culture.
Yeah.
Very festive, very community oriented for sure.
Yes. Talking about community, you're also, not only are you a big social media
not really
influencer, but you also help a lot here in the community in North County, not even just North County, but San Luis Obispo County. I've seen you participate for the C10 Club, Toys for Tots, all that stuff, which is very inspiring. How do you manage to do all of that besides, your personal life?
I really don't know, to be honest with you. Like, I look back and go, how did I get my kids to school 5 days a week and have a job?
I want to listen to other people because I just do it myself. And so everybody asks me the same question. And I'm just like, I don't know. I just like Nike. I just do it. It's just a habit that
you have to do it.
Yeah. A necessity that you just do it. Don't think about it.
The community stuff, in theory, you don't have to do it, but I don't know. It's just when the opportunity's there.
Right.
I'm not I know some people that are really involved with the community. They're hardcore, and I respect that so much. I just kind of dabble when I can.
Right.
But and things just pop up, or I'll have a little idea, like Guero that owns the guacamole food truck. I was like, you know what, dude? We need to get some gifts for a bunch of these kids that might not have Christmases we had growing up. I was pretty spoiled growing up. I think the majority of us was spoiled. We all had a tree and had gifts. Some don't have anything. So I'm like, let's do something. And it just... what I've learned is you say the word, and then if you just follow through with it once, have a meeting or have the conversation again,
consistency,
then the ball's rolling.
Right.
And as soon as you bring one or two or tell two other people, then you got this little bit of pressure on you, I've got to be a man of my word.
Said it,
let's roll. Yeah.
No, it's true.
That's usually how it evolves. Or somebody will hit me up like, hey, this is going on. Can you post this for me?
Right.
And I wish I could do it all the time and for everybody. It is difficult, but I try to do my best.
Yeah, no, I see you. I see you, and I'm sure a lot of people see that you are involved. And whether it's just, showing support by sharing, it doesn't cost anything, but still it's an opportunity for those people that need that help,
Yeah, no, it's funny because I'm like, I don't know. I just see me as, nothing, Dustin, dad, whatever.
Right.
But there's this little bit of side power that you have with social media, which is actually really cool.
Right.
And you can...
Well, I always say everybody has their own gifts. You have your own gifts. There's a reason why you're here. You're still here and doing what you do. So whether you think it's a natural thing, like, oh, I'm just posting my normal day life experience that I ate a chicharrón, la reina, but to others, it's an inspiration, like, oh, look at him, if he can do it, I can do it, stuff like that.
That's awesome.
I see it a lot. So,
wow, that's cool. I appreciate that. That's rad.
You're like, what?
Well, you know what? It's like the reason why I always do Mexican culture.
Is it true or not?
No, but the reason why I always do Mexican culture and everything is because you guys are the ones that made this happen, not me. I didn't make the chicharrón. You know what I mean? I didn't make it amazing.
Right.
I didn't do all this thing. All I did was just hit the record button.
Right.
So you guys are really the influence, of course, and the one steering the wheel.
Right.
I'm just kind of on the ride.
I understand that, but people feel appreciative, know? It's the appreciation behind it because, in our culture, we eat chicharrones, we eat frijoles every day.
Sure.
But when somebody else embraces our culture, it's kind of like rewarding. So that's kind of why people, respect you because you actually admire the culture behind it.
I'm just like, how could you not like Mexican
well, some people
food,
don't, so that's just what it is, but it's like there's this Mexican saying, para gusto se hicieron los colores, which means, there's different types of colors, right? Not everybody's going to like the red color. Not everybody's going to like the blue color or vice versa. And so that's why there's a lot of diversity so that people can embrace whatever that they want to eat,
Yeah.
So when somebody like you comes and eats, their chicharrones or whatever, they're like, whoa, they like it,
Oh man, yeah. It's that's the highlight. The highlight is being able to finally sit down and break bread with friends. And thank goodness it's Mexican food.
Right. Or money schools.
I love Thai food. I went to the little Thai place over here, Thai Combo, right next to Sushi Koku, if that's what it's still called.
Oh, really?
At the 101.
I haven't.
Sorry, at the 101.
Yeah, on
right before you enter on the freeway.
Street, yeah.
And dude, that place is bomb, man.
Really?
Yeah, they give you a really good amount of food. I got like this, it was Paso something or some combo. I mean, it's like 5 pounds. It was crazy. I ate half of it and took the rest home. That place is really good. I love Thai food though.
Yeah.
Bangkok hot. I like it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
But
food
Thai
in general is
really
good. I love food in general, but another thing, Dustin.
I'm in trouble.
No, not at all. What plans do you have for the future? I know that nobody knows what's in store, but do you have any thing? I see that you have some gear and stuff like that.
I'm super in debt because I spent a lot of money getting all this stuff made, and I just haven't sold anything really yet. I mean, I have, but not where I kind of hope to take it. Right. I'm just waiting when I do things in life, I have to be ready.
Right.
Like when me and my ex sold our property, I wasn't quite ready to move off the property and go somewhere. And I got really blessed. And the new owner said, hey, can you stay on the property and help me manage it for a while? Because I'm not going to move here for a while. And I was like, oh, what a blessing. Because I just, in my mind and my heart, I wasn't ready to make a decision to go somewhere. Like, where am I going to go? I could go anywhere in this area. I have a 14-year-old son and Chance and Cheyenne. But I just wasn't ready. And then quite a few months go by and it hit me. I'm like, I'm ready. And so that's what I think will happen with this merchandise. I've got totes full of sweaters and shirts and hats and everything.
So if anybody wants to buy any sweaters or hats or any gear,
I got a bunch.
He has a bunch.
Yeah, and my plan is, I do have a website, and it's through Printful, and that guy Scott I was telling you about that helped me with the artwork, he turned me on to it. He actually does a really cool business where he'll get you all set up on a website, selling stuff, and now he even has people helping you do sales on TikTok and Instagram and all that. I don't do any of that stuff. I'd like to maybe one day, but basically he set me up with a website on Printful, and Printful literally prints it out, or they take care, they get the shirt, they print it out, they box it up, they ship it out, but they pretty much keep all the money. But it was a way for me to get my
name out
brand
there.
out and not even worry about it, because I'm working and dad and everything that I'm doing. And so that was easy for me. And so that website still exists. It's called westculture.shop. And there's the old school, this old school hats on there, and the original, West Culture with the Mexican flag. And but the cool thing with them is, you get to choose their catalog. So I did sweats, tank tops for girls. I had all kinds of stuff on there, because if somebody orders one, they just grab that one thing, print it, ship it, and that person gets it. And I don't have to have
You don't have to have inventory and all that stuff. Yeah.
But now I've decided, hey, I'm going to buy the inventory. I'm going to eventually do
a little. Maybe you can do a pop-up. We're going to have the Day of the Dead event. Maybe you can have there and sell it.
I haven't done a pop-up yet, so
maybe it's your opportunity. Everything happens for a reason.
I like that. My son's girlfriend, Haley, who lives in San Miguel too, and her parents were super cool people. She's helping me with the new website. And the new website is westculturemerch.shop. And so I'll be able to manage myself. And if you ordered something, it would hit me, and then I would box it up and send it out, and then I'll be in control instead of Printful.
Right.
Because quality control is a big thing too. There could be something wrong, and now you're going through circles with these people in New York. So
you have more control over the situation.
That's my plan with the merch, though. Eventually, when my life settles down, when's my life going to settle down? I always think maybe next week, or maybe it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Down. But that's life. That's life, and that's who makes who you are. Every obstacle, good or bad, it defines who you are.
Yeah.
So don't pray for better, because it's not going to happen.
I'm very happy. I'm really happy. But the pop-up thing, it's funny because I called or I text Vatos Tacos in Bakersfield, and I'm like, hey, dude, you know what? I really want to come over if you're cool with it. I got this tent all designed with West culture all over it. And I got to like meet up with people and start getting rid of this stuff.
Right.
He's all, dude, perfect. My 3-year anniversary is on the 20th. Was it of next month?
Oh, September.
I'm like, bro, I'm in Jalisco.
What?
So I'm like, I can't
I think Day of the Dead is not till October.
Yeah.
October 20-something. So mark it in your calendars now.
Cool. I will. I did have a buddy, Johnny, invite me down to Jalisco for the
Day of the Dead?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought, well, that would be cool.
That would be an amazing experience.
But I think they only go for like 2 or 3 days. It's pretty quick.
It's usually, no, actually the whole month that they do.
Of October, right?
Of October.
And then the beginning of November, right?
So
or something?
technically the official Day of the Dead is November 2nd.
Oh, November 2nd.
And it's going to be on a Sunday.
Okay.
So
is it always on a Sunday?
No.
Oh, so
it's whatever. Yeah,
it
it fluctuates every year. This year is going to be on a Sunday, November 2nd. I believe it's going to be on a Sunday.
Cool.
But that's the actual official Day of the Dead. But there's like every day it's a different significance.
Yeah.
So like the elderly come on this day and the kids come on this day. It's like a cultural thing where the spirits of the kids come, like say on the 30th. The elderly comes on the 29th. The pets come on the 1st. And then the rest of it the last day is November 2nd.
I love that about your culture. And that's something I still need to learn, and I'm learning because we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just...
It's Halloween over here.
Apples and oranges, yeah. And I've never been to Mexico during that time, or Christmas. I'd like to go both of those.
Christmas is a little bit different. You know, they have posadas, and it's... they carry the baby Jesus, you know, like through different houses, you know, trying to get kind of like when they were doing Mary, you know, Mary was carrying Jesus and they were knocking on doors and they wouldn't let them in to stay there. So every day it's kind of like a posada until it's the day that he's born.
So
and technically Christmas Christmas is not until January, El Día de los Reyes Magos. That's when the Reyes Magos bring the presents, and that's technically Christmas for us.
Wow.
You know,
so that's the craziest part. Like, I can learn my culture pretty quick. Like, hey, you got Christmas, you got Easter, you got 4th of July, and it's boom, 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 and that's it. Like, you guys have so many things intertwined. Even in San Juan Nuevo when I was there is every single day is like a Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
There's a band playing, there's a quinceañera going on, or a wedding at the church, or I forget what they did. A bunch of people get together and they do the traditional old school music, you know, and just march through town.
Right.
And every day there's something going on there. It was so cool. I'm like, this is amazing.
They have more traditions. So every state in Mexico has different traditions and different culture. Like northern Mexico, you know, my dad's from Sonora. They eat tortillas de harina, and they have like big old tortillas de harina, machaca. Yeah.
Are you gonna make me some?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, killer.
Machaca. It's a different culture.
Burrito, yeah.
And then where my mom is from, she's from Nayarit, and they do like corn tortillas, and it's queso fresco, jocoque requesón, you know, stuff like that.
Everywhere I've been, all through central Mexico, it's always been corn.
Right.
I mean, you can find flour if you look for it, but traditionally in all the families.
That's because you haven't been in the northern part of Mexico.
But the Sonora where you're talking about, I did see the lady. It's that big old kind of metal dome, and she does it with her arms and throws it over, and then it bubbles up real quick.
Right. God, and then they fold them in forts, so they go they're like this.
Yes, in the end it's all folded up, and they're really thin.
Yeah, super thin.
Almost like crepe thin.
Yeah,
thinner than a crepe actually.
Thinner than a crepe.
Yeah. So you know how to make those?
Yeah, I know how to make tortillas de harina, tortillas de maíz, queso, requesón. Yeah, actually, I lived in Mexico for almost 2 years, so I had to learn to make all this stuff. Start the fire with ojote.
How old were you when you were living in Mexico?
14. I turned 15 over there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good memories?
Yeah, actually, I mean, now looking back, I think it was probably one of the best experiences ever. During the moment, you know, you're just kind of, it's chaotic. So you're just kind of, you don't know what's going to happen, if you're going to come back or what. My dad had passed away, and so my mom had taken us over there, and we were staying with my grandma. And so we had to learn to tortear and start the fire. We didn't have any electricity. So you had to wash your clothes.
You weren't doing that here at all?
No, not at all. We lived I was born in Compton, and we lived in LA. South Central LA, East LA, Boyle Heights, you know.
They got a lot of good
I
food
went to
trucks
school.
over there.
I went to school in Ramona Gardens, which is the projects, which is, you know, the worst place ever. But to me, that was a normal thing, you know, going to school there.
Going from Compton to freaking Mexico, like, wow.
And then El Paso, and then you're like, what? Everything's closed at 8 o'clock.
So 2 years. Two solid years, and then you came back. Then you came back up to Paso.
Yes.
Okay, so you skipped Compton entirely and came straight to up here.
Yes, and then we went back to Palm Springs because right before we went to Mexico. So I lived through the Rodney King riots.
Okay, I remember that.
I lived through the earthquake.
Oh yeah, Whittier Narrows.
Yeah,
that was a big one.
And then our house got shot in East LA by Boyle Heights, and so we've been through hell and back. My dad's like, okay, that's it. We're leaving LA. So we moved to Palm Springs, actually Cathedral City.
Okay.
And then that's when my dad ended up passing away. And then we went to Mexico. So then we came here and then back to Cat City and then back to Paso. So.
And you still have a lot of family in Sonora?
Yeah, my dad's family. All of my dad's family. They're Indian Yaquis de Sonora.
Oh, wow.
So my dad, get this, my dad's like dark skin, like Indian. And my mom's white like you with green eyes. And
she's from Nayarit.
She's from Nayarit.
But does she have like ties with like maybe like Jalisco, or that's a lot of people in Nayarit?
Well, everybody in Nayarit and Jalisco was part of, you know, they were saying that most of those people had like light skin color eyes because of the people from Europe.
It's all in that little region right there.
So Nayarit is like Puerto Vallarta, you know, like Sayulita and that. Yeah. That's Nayarit, and it's literally right next to Jalisco.
Gotcha.
So yeah. Wow. So yeah, my mom's white.
Yeah. So you obviously got your mom's piel.
Well, I think it's café con leche. You know, it's like coffee and milk and.
I like that. Yes, it is. That's awesome. I'm just a chili pepper. That's it.
But yeah, no, I'm glad that you're here, that you came here to a podcast, and
thank you for inviting me.
And people can actually see, you know, your genuine self and what you've done in the community and for yourself and your family, and what you're going to be doing. So everybody stay tuned for him, because I'm sure there's more doors of opportunity opening up for you. And if anybody wants to buy, can you show them your...
Oh, yeah. Well, I brought... Yeah, let's see.
Show them what they could potentially buy on your website.
Well, this is just a new logo. I brought it for Liz. There's another one I brought too, but she chose this one, which
I like that one.
She would. Here's a hoodie. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Because it has the best of both worlds.
Oh, there we go. There you go.
Right there. Yeah.
Medium, large, extra large, XXL. Even I got a couple XXXLs.
Oh, there you go.
And then I brought her. She wanted the.
So he doesn't discriminate against anybody.
Yeah, I even got some kid stuff done too. Some youth, not for babies, but I say like for probably 4-year-olds even fit. So I got the original West culture with the Mexican flag, and then I got the Serape one.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
so I think I did like 10 and 10 or something. So but they're really cute. Like they would look cute on a kid.
Yeah. That would be amazing. Maybe I can order some for my nieces and nephews.
Yeah, I got you covered. Don't worry. No,
Look, I have a lot. I have 4. Okay, so.
How old are they?
Rosabelle's the oldest. She's 5.
Oh, well, I got one for.
And then Maddox is going to be 5 September.
I got one for Maddox.
And then Gavin is 3.
Gavin's out, sorry.
And then Sean, he just turned 2. Or he's going to be 2 in October.
Oh, well, they could make them like dresses when they're running around.
PJs.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, Dustin, is there anything that you would like to share with your, followers? Would you like to end it with inspirational?
When are you going to post this?
When?
Yeah.
Friday.
Oh, okay. So I'll already be in Ensenada.
Right.
So
over there eating some Baja.
And I'll be probably coming back. Yeah. I'll be in Ensenada. This thing posts.
Eating some
just
tacos
moved to San Miguel, and I'm excited to be there, and that's it. I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Anything inspirational, motivational?
In Spanish?
That was another thing we didn't really talk. So,
Yo puedo hablar muy poquito.
Pero lo entiendes bien.
yo entiendo más que yo puedo hablar.
That's what I'm saying. Lo entiendes bien. Like you understand it more than you can talk it.
Okay, I got a crazy. You want to hear a crazy quick story?
Yeah, sure.
So I got in a really bad car wreck when I was 17 years old, right? Got airlifted to UCI. And this is in the middle of me dating the Chilanga from DF. And all of a sudden, I remember seeing 2 helmets and that's it. But I'm in the hospital, I'm in intensive care. And in comes the doctor. He's all, hey, I want to meet this white guy that speaks Spanish. And he walks up to my bed. He's all, I know your last name is Mercado, but like you're white as can be. Like you were speaking fluent Spanish to the pilots. He's kind of getting it out of me. And I'm like in intensive care, just kind of like waking up, figuring this out. I'm like, what? He's all, yeah, you were speaking like complete fluent Spanish to the pilots. They couldn't get any information from you.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, wow. I mean, because I spoke pretty well back then, maybe better than I do now, but not fluent.
Right.
And it was the craziest thing. So, and I can speak pretty fluent in my dreams. So my brain, I can tap into some weird stuff when I'm in my subconscious, I guess.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so because I was out of it. Whatever they gave me during that car wreck, when I was in the helicopter.
Like, give me more.
Dude, I know. What was that, man? Oh, it was crazy.
I know our minds are crazy. Wow. You know, they say they're like those like files, like a cabinet file. So depending on, who targets it or whatever, that file gets like out, I guess. Yeah. And then so pretty much something happened to you that Spanish speaking file
we
came
only
out.
use a little percent of our brain. Well, at least I only use a tiny, minute part of my brain. But God, that was kind of neat though. It's like, wow, you actually, we know so much more that we just can't tap into deep inside. Yeah. And to find out how to tap into that'd be kind of cool. But for me, it's just, I only learn by immersing myself. I just immerse myself on purpose. I'm like, when I'm there, I'm like, don't speak English to me, just speak puro español, because I've got to learn. And
did you ever watch like novelas or anything like that? Where you
Rosa
can try
Salvaje. That was my favorite one back in the freaking 90s. Yeah.
Usually everybody, it's like when they learn Spanish, it's either the songs, by listening to songs, or watching novelas. Yeah. So I figured maybe you probably did watch a novela.
It was actually living with people, because when I go to my ex-girlfriend's house, like, I mean, they all speak Spanish. And I was there like every day. Like for 3 or 4 years, however long we dated. I was always there. And
that's funny, Rosa Salvaje.
Yeah, Rosa Salvaje. And now it's funny you say that, because music is something I'm pushing myself to not just listen to, but I'm really focusing on the words now. And so, like I told you, when you hit that lyric thing, and then you could really see the lyrics, and I'm like Mana is my favorite band of all time. Yeah. And that is an emotional album to me, the Donde Jugaron los Niños, because when we broke up in Mexico City, that's where we broke up in Mexico City. I broke up with her. She gave me the CD.
But you went all the way to Mexico City just to break up?
No, I went. We had broken up, and I made a special trip down there to try and tell her I'm sorry and reunite with her, and she was kind of just over me. And we spent the whole 2 weeks together, but it was more like friends. And that was a tough one, man. But she gave me the CD, and she's like, I want you to listen to this song. And it was the one, Te lloré un río. Is that how you say it?
Te lloré un río.
Oh my God, man. So then I had to look up the words, and then I'm of course listening to that in my Walkman CD on the way home in the plane, like bawling my eyes out.
Oh my gosh, Walkman. So that's what I want.
It's my favorite album of all time.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's the lyrics. So like nowadays I'm like really like looking at what those lyrics are
the meaning
saying.
of it. Yeah.
I would sing them, and I had my idea of kind of what they were saying.
Right. But it can be totally different.
Yeah. So that helps me a lot. Music now. Never did that before. It was always just with people in their house immersed.
So now that you know the lyrics, now you have a better understanding of the words in Spanish.
Yeah, it helps for sure. Yeah. And, I still suck at like I'll try and sing some songs sometimes, and I just butcher I'm in my car, I always sing in my car. I just butcher it, but it's fun. So
yeah, I do see. I know that we went off subject, but
probably
the music, like I know that that's a big part of you, and I see you listening to like Joan Sebastian, like the old school music, not the new.
I'm a freaking old school.
Yeah.
I'm a romantic. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm old school like that. Like all my stuff I listen to American wise, my dad turned me on to like Jim Croce, freaking Dan Fogelberg, straight down the line, old school 60s, 70s. 80s, I like British Invasion, and then I started getting to metal in the 90s when I was a kid, but not too much. So most of my stuff was going to be 60s, 70s, and then I do love some 80s. Mexican music the same. Like for some reason, just that vibe pulls me back, Hombres G. I didn't even know who they were until Juan introduced me to them. Like, these guys are cool, man. And so just that old school vibe, like Joan, I mean, it's like when you listen to it, if I tried to turn that on to, a friend, they're going to be like, what is this? Like Johann Sebastian, like that one album he had where it's very country, very twangy with the little Casio keyboard.
Yeah, there's a song there. There's a song there that always, when somebody talks about a dog, I'm like, Quiéreme como el perro que nunca tuviste. Everyone's like, what? I'm like, that's Johann Sebastian. Because a lot of people don't listen to that particular CD. Yeah. I love that CD.
Yeah. That's cool. Old school. We got a lot in common.
Yeah,
we're going to have to make some tortillas, listen to Johann Sebastian.
Right.
Nice. Wow. That just brought me back to like really getting turned on to freaking that one song, Eso y Más.
Oh, Eso y Más, yeah.
That's a beautiful song.
It is.
That guitar picking. He fell in love with Selma Hayek. Right?
Did he? Oh, I don't know.
That's the story I heard.
I haven't heard that part.
He was in love with her, and he purchased his multi-million-dollar horses. I don't know what gave her 1, 2, 3, or 4. These are like beautiful horses. I don't know if she accepted them or she didn't, but she didn't accept him to be in a relationship. But yeah, he was like madly in love with her, I guess.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that story.
You could tell, man, that guy was cool as shit, man.
Yeah, he even came out in a novela called Tú y Yo.
Oh, really?
With Maribel Guardia. She was like high maintenance and he was like the ranch guy.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah, there was like, it was actually a good novella.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he's done it all. And he's the only one that I would say that can sing anything like baladas, rock, banda, norteño, like everything.
Yeah. Great writer.
Yeah.
Great writer.
For sure.
That's where my respect goes way up when somebody sings and they write.
Yeah. Right.
Billy Joel's my all-time favorite singer-songwriter. I think he will be till the day I die. I just don't think anybody can compare. His words are incredible. His music's incredible. He's a genius.
Very talented. Yeah.
He could take you from, just something basic, slow to just like a really cool rock song.
Right.
Yeah.
Meaningful.
Cool.
Meaningful.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you want to end it with a quote? Something inspirational.
A huevo. No quotes. I don't know anything. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
though.
of course. My
appreciate
pleasure.
It.
My pleasure.
I loved it again.
How can they find them?
Oh, yes. Dustin, how can they find you? How can people reach out to you and then mention your merch store again?
Sure. So basically all 4 platforms are kind of different. So YouTube is West Culture. Instagram is West Culture. TikTok, I got kicked off about 2 years ago. So it's not West Culture anymore. I had to change it to West Culture Official. I think it's _official. But I don't do much TikTok anymore, and I think it's like going away September and coming back on in March on the new American program. And there's all these changes. So I'm probably just gonna ixnay TikTok entirely and just focus on Instagram and YouTube. And then also Facebook. Facebook is actually my name. So it's Dustin Mercado Willis. Dustin Mercado Willis. And the reason why that is because somebody took West Culture and they started taking all my videos posting them and running ads and making money. And they built like 450,000 followers.
Oh, wow.
And they blocked me. So I don't even know what they're doing. But last I heard, like they're putting weird stuff on there. Just weird spam ads. And because sometimes I get messages from people like, bro, what's up with your Facebook account? I'm like, dude, it's not mine. I'm sorry. So that's why it's just my name. And I just started putting the same videos from YouTube and Instagram onto YouTube not too long ago, or YouTube onto Facebook. So now I'm kind of using Facebook as the other platforms, where it was before, it was just like a little personal post for my family or whatever.
Right.
And I didn't realize how powerful Facebook really is. I always kind of knocked it here and there, you know, compared to the others, but Facebook's pretty powerful. So anytime I post a video on Instagram, I automatically copy it. Yeah. And I love that, because now it's just one less thing I got to do. Even your hashtags follow. But I would say the ultimate, the king of the kings, is YouTube, because you can say anything you want and user friendly for like the person creating.
Right.
Like, for example, I could go onto a video, click on it, and I could go to comments, and I could click who I haven't responded to, and instead of sifting through all the people I've already responded to or liked their comment, it just brings up the ones I haven't. So it's super efficient. I wish Instagram would do that, and Facebook. Because
then you have to scroll and scroll, and you're like, oh, let's send you a message. What? When? Or it goes to like a general folder, so you don't even know when people send you messages.
That is another thing. I got to apologize, because I do have
I already apologized 1,000 times on that, because people send me messages and they're like, hey, I sent you a message. I'm like, I never got it. And then you forget that there's that folder, and you think it's spam, because most of the time it's spam. But it goes to that general, I don't know, whatever folder it is.
Well, there's like primary, general, and request.
Request, that one, the request,
I clicked that open literally, I think it was like, I don't know, maybe it was 6 months ago.
And
maybe it was the one on Facebook, but just recently I didn't realize it was Facebook. I didn't realize there's one on the Messenger.
Oh, really? There's one too?
Yeah, there's one like requests or whatever, and there's a whole bunch of them. I'm like, oh my God. People are like, this guy's a freaking idiot.
I'm going to have to check that, because I've only seen Instagram, but
Yeah, so Instagram, that's... I guess because they're owned by Meta or whatever, so they're the same. But check your Messenger, because you got a whole bunch in there, I guarantee you. Yeah. So sorry if we're still rolling. I do apologize. It's hard to get back to... Messages are tough. They're really difficult, because you're already reading comments, and you're already sometimes filtering stuff, depending on what you posted. And messages are difficult. I do try and message, but it's like... I also got a son. Also got everything else going on. It's really difficult. So I don't necessarily pick and choose. It's just you click, and if you can respond, you respond. So I do my best. Maybe one day. Well, that's why people hire people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they literally have people helping you out, and they're doing everything.
Right.
That would be cool.
You delegate. That's one of the things that we've talked in the past. We're like, learn to delegate what somebody's really good at answering, then delegate that. If somebody's good at showing, then delegate that, you know?
Yeah.
And then focus on what you do. Networking and, you know.
That would be neat to get there one day. That'd be fun.
You will. I'm sure you will.
That'd be fun.
But okay,
Thank
so
you,
everybody
Liz.
follow him on all the social media platforms. And if you guys have any questions, any concerns, send him a message. And
if you're going to buy a house, you need to go see her.
Yeah, call me if you guys are going to buy or sell.
Maestra.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Oh, and you brought me eggs.
Oh, yes.
And you brought me wine.
Yes.
She brought me huevos.
Yeah,
Huevos and vino. Thank you,
for my
Liz.
chicken.
That was very sweet of you.
Of course.
That was very, very, very sweet of you. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful fresh eggs and some beautiful wine. Is that considered
Rosé.
like a rosé?
It's a rosé.
See, back like my mom's day was called a blush.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
thank
how
you
old I
again
am.
for coming.
Thank you. Yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm interviewing you next time.
Okay, there you go.